final topic of today. It's movie draft time. Shim has been completely baffled with what the hell this is.
Yeah.
He has no idea what we're doing. He's Australian, Mike. So essentially what we're doing here is we're all trying to draft the best triple feature night. And we had to describe to Shim what a draft was.
Oh, boy.
He didn't quite understand that part. Excuse me. So since Frank, you won, you'll get to draft first. Shim, you'll go second. I'll go third. And one of the big shows right now on Netflix is Griselda, which is about it's Griselda Blanco, who was the godmother, like this just horrific drug lord. Like she had 3 husbands. She killed all 3 of them. And I did a short, not a short, but I did like a 2-minute video kind of explanation about her, and then also some of the stuff that Netflix did not include in the show about her real life. You can find that here on my YouTube channel, so make sure you guys go check that stuff out. Also, while you're here, making sure you get that thumbs up as well. So what we're doing for the movie draft today is drug smuggling movies, not drug using movies. It's not like a Harold and Kumar kind of a thing. We're looking at drug smuggling movies. So Frank, what is your first pick?
I'm going to go with Sicario.
Oh, a bit of that movie's based down here in the old El Paso, Texas, which, by the way,
that's a great movie.
A shootout like that happening on the bridge, probably not going to happen. I'm just saying.
No, but it's cool as hell.
The one thing about that movie that we noticed is that Emily Blunt is like the worst hero ever. Because during that whole scene, she just sits there in the car. Like,
well, they told her. They said, just stay here. They're like, just watch our backs. So she watched it through the window. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't have got out of the damn vehicle.
I was weak. Also, by the way, that movie came out right when I moved to El Paso. There's a scene in that movie where they're on the roof and you can see like bullet tracers flying like it's Fallujah over in Juarez. Not the real scene over there. I just got to tell you. Like,
wait, that's not
true? It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like that.
Oh, I thought that was documentary style footage.
All right, Shim, what is your first pick for your drug smuggling movies draft?
I'm going to pick American Gangster.
American Gangster.
You know, the only thing I hated about that movie was it was hyped up that Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe would have these run-ins throughout the entire movie, like this whole big build in the trailers and everything. And then they only hung out for the last like 3 minutes of the movie, and that was it.
It was like Al Pacino and Robert De Niro in Heat.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's that for me. That story, the way that was told, the whole thing put together. Yeah, that'll be one of them for sure. Oh, by the way, quick question: we're allowed to pick drug smuggling and also drug dealing. They go in the same category.
Yeah, it's kind of essentially.
Just as long as it's not a stoner movie, basically.
Yeah, it's the suppliers. So if either you're making it or you're distributing it, however it is, that's kind of what we're going for on these ones. And I'm a little surprised that nobody has picked, arguably, like one of the biggest drug smuggling movies of all time.
You're gonna go with Blow?
No.
Oh.
I'm going with Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke.
That is such a fucking
I thought
loophole.
that was a user movie. I didn't think
a
that was
loophole.
Smuggler.
No,
dude, think about the movie. The whole point is they're in the van and they're smuggling the weed back over the border.
Oh,
that's a
I'm thinking
loophole.
about the other one.
That's not a loophole.
Yeah.
That's the premise of the movie.
No, it's a total loophole because it is such a stoner movie that happens to be about drug smuggling.
Whatever.
Never get high on your own stash.
All right. Well, let me go and delete that. And see, now here's where I'm torn. Because I do have another movie on here that I don't think anybody else would have on their list. And still arguably the biggest one of all time has still not even been selected here. But I've even said it. I don't quite understand this the big movie. I don't want to say the name yet because I want to let somebody pick it because I ain't going to pick it.
Sure.
I still don't understand what the big deal is about it. But anyway, so my second pick, since I get to go back to back here, I'm going with Beverly Hills Cop.
Okay.
Oh, you're
welcome.
welcome.
I can pay that. I wouldn't have thought of that one, but I can pay that. Yeah.
Oh, love that movie.
Excellent. Yeah.
Absolutely love that movie. All right, Shim, going back to you. What's your second pick?
I get 2 more picks, right?
Not back to back, but yes, you have 2 more total.
Okay. So then, actually, you know what? I'm going to swap it out because it didn't occur to me that you could totally do that, and I'm going to have to go with Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, see, I was thinking that too. So yeah.
Lethal Weapon is actually, it trumps every, except for one. My last one I'm really happy with, but Lethal Weapon beats the middle option I had. So I'm going to go with Lethal Weapon.
Remember, if Frank doesn't steal it.
Sure.
Because Frank now gets back to back. So Frank, what are you?
Go ahead, Frankie.
Frank. Second one is going to be American Made with Tom Cruise. Where they're
lame. No, I can't. I'm not. That movie really. What was it about that movie that puts it on your list?
I just liked Tom Cruise kind of stepped out of his element of breaking his ankle jumping off buildings and just was bringing in drugs. Because normally he's the guy that he doesn't die in movies. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't hit or kill women or all that stuff. And in this movie, he's bringing drugs in. He's
he's doing it all, baby.
But he's basically doing it all. So go ahead, Tom Cruise, and your
all right, American
Scientology loving ass.
What's your third pick, Frank?
The Mule with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, filmed down here near El Paso, actually.
That's a real good one. I dig that story, how he's kind of oblivious as to what's going on and then figures out what's going on, but he's just like, what the hell? If I'm going to get away with it, I'm going to get away with it.
If you want to see something really funny, it's available on YouTube because it was from Saturday Night Live, and it is John Mulaney and Pete Davidson describing the mule. That's all I'm going to say. Just look it up on YouTube. Absolutely hilarious. All right, Shim, we're on to your third and final choice.
I think I came up with this right at the last minute. I think Pulp Fiction is a killer choice. Pulp Fiction is an epic movie, and
where's the drugs?
No, this is the thing that's really interesting about it. Okay, this is why I want to put it in there. Okay, what's in the briefcase? And who? Nah, come on. What else could possibly be in that briefcase?
There are so many other options. Have you heard what some of the options that people have come up with are? They say it's the gold jumpsuit that Elvis wears in True Romance. It's Ving Rhames' soul. But the important part is Quentin Tarantino has said he will never tell you what it is because it's whatever you want to be in there.
I want it to be drugs. That's my pick.
I can't give you Pulp Fiction. Like that.
You can't give me Pulp Fiction.
That's not a drug smuggling movie.
Dude, it's criminals going after each other because of these drugs.
No. It's
except for Bruce Willis and that whole thing. But I look at it and go, okay, what does Marcel Wallace do? Okay, what does Marcel Wallace do? He's a drug dealer.
And Bruce Willis's dad smuggled a watch out of Vietnam. So
remember, it wasn't his dad. It was his dad's buddy, Christopher Walken. I took this watch, stuck it up my ass. No, you got to have a different third one, man. I can't give you.
All right, can I pick Ozark? Am I allowed to pick a series?
No, it's got to be a TV show, or it's got to be a movie.
All right, well then it's going to be Scarface.
Yay!
All right.
Wrong button.
Good.
I was wondering who somebody was going to finally come up with that. Is that the one that you were saying that you're pretty happy about, and then you came up with Pulp Fiction at the last second?
I was happier with Pulp Fiction because I think Pulp Fiction's a better movie.
I think it's better. Okay,
I'm thinking about watching all three of these movies back to back.
Yeah, but it's a better movie, but it's got to be within the guidelines. It's like trying to pick we're picking Kurt Russell movies, and you pick a movie that doesn't even have fucking Kurt Russell in it.
Is Pulp Fiction, would it be considered a drug dealing movie?
Let's look at the poll.
No, it's a drug using movie because they use heroin. But you know what? Fuck it.
That's actually right. Where he gets the heroin from, there's a whole half the movie is set at that drug dealer's house talking about buying the drugs, getting the drugs. Where do they come from?
No.
I think it's a gray area.
Pulp Fiction is better than Scarface. It's a pretty much you're fucking wrong area. All right. So Eric got some honorable mentions before I pick my third and final one here. I still haven't quite decided. What's one that you got in your honorable mentions there, Frank?
Oh, well, you got Traffic.
That's one of the ones that I had.
Contraband with Marky Mark.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Contraband.
Where he brings in the drugs on the boat because his brother-in-law is in trouble.
Is Traffic the Johnny Depp movie?
No. Traffic is Benicio del Toro, Don Cheadle, all those guys from 2000. Had Topher Grace in it.
Oh, Blow is Johnny
Blow
Depp.
is the one, yeah.
Okay.
Clear and Present Danger.
Blow was going to be my honorable mention.
Yeah?
Clear and Present Danger.
I love that movie. I just recognize that it's not as good as Scarface.
By the way, Anna is saying that Pulp Fiction is better than Scarface, but she doesn't know. They don't know if it's about drug dealing.
Uh-oh.
Thumbs down. All right, you got any more honorable mentions there, Franklin?
I was gonna say Clear and Present Danger.
All right.
The Harrison Ford movie, and then the only other one I had was Air America with Robert Downey Jr. and Mel Gibson, about the CIA smuggling. I think it was heroin out of Vietnam during the Vietnam War.
All right, so I have a few more here. There's one that I was iffy on whether it or not it would be a drug smuggling movie. Have either of you guys seen The 25th Hour?
Maybe.
No.
So it's got Edward Norton, Rosario Dawson, and I'm blanking on some of the other actors' names. So it's Edward Norton was a drug dealer. He gets busted, and the 25th hour, it's the final night before he goes away to prison for years. Like, he's been arrested, he's been tried, he's been found guilty, and he gets to go kind of have this night to himself where it's what happens, and there's people telling him just run away, don't go to jail, and all these different things. And it's a great movie. If you've never seen 25th Hour, definitely go check it out. There's one that I saw popping up on a lot of lists. I've never seen it, and quite frankly, I'd never really heard of it. It's called Mr. Nice. If anybody has actually seen that one.
Yeah.
And then
I think I have, but I don't remember it.
there is The Guard, which has Brendan Gleeson and Don Cheadle in it. Fantastic movie. Hilarious movie, by the way. And now I'm down to my final two, and I haven't quite decided which one I'm going to go with yet. I just decided. So the other honorable mention is Pineapple Express. So my third...
considered as...
Huh?
That's another loophole, isn't it, man?
They're dealing drugs, but that's why. Besides, it's an honorable mention. It's not even the one I'm going with, because the one I'm going with is a true drug smuggling great movie starring the great Jennifer Aniston.
Is it the Smurfs?
We Are the Millers.
That I can get behind.
Yeah,
that actually is a really good choice.
We Are the Millers is a hilarious movie.
It was funny. Yeah.
It's
got Jennifer Aniston, Jason Sudeikis, Emma Roberts, who's hilarious, and Will Poulter, the guy that ended up going and playing Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy
super
3.
Jacked up.
Yeah. He's gonna have a massive career. That guy's a good actor.
Yeah, and it all started with that, and it's just it spawned that whole meme of, you guys got paid for this. So that's going to do it. So real quick recount here. Frank has Sicario, American Made, and The Mule. Shim has American Gangster, Lethal Weapon, and Scarface. I have all comedy, apparently, Up in Smoke, Beverly Hills Cop, and We Are the Millers.